is Jason Miatayes Cabinas, bringing you today's special feature, Embracing Technology in the 21st Century as Digital Natives and Digital Immigrants. In a rapidly changing world, technology has become part of our daily lives, shaping how we learn, how we communicate and shop, and even take care of our health. But what happens when two generations meet in a digital space?
Digital natives are the younger generation who grew up with gadget, internet, and social media. Technology is their second language. Digital immigrants, on the other hand, are the older generation who only learn digital tools later in life. For them, technology is new, sometimes challenging, but also full of opportunities.
I have here Sir Butimayo. He is one of the example of digital native. So sir, I have a question for you. As a digital native, technology has been with you since childhood. How has it shaped your learning, entertainment, or the way you connect with people?
Back when in my childhood, technology wasn't really prominent in our countryside. My mother would teach me traditionally, especially the books, the abacada, our culture. But when I reached my elementary days, my mother bought me my own cell phone. So that made my life easier, especially the new AI system for today, such as ChatGPT, CC, Gemini. All those AI tools are very progressive and made my schoolwork much more easier, especially when we are doing our assignments, our research, finding RRLs, especially research. It is very helpful. Even though sometimes we are facing problems such as having slow internet, AI is still very helpful because it only takes a few steps, a few prompts in your AI statement, a few prompts to answer your questions. It will show all the possible answers that can be acquired, such as techniques that you should use, especially in mathematics, the methods, the techniques that you should use. It's also listed there. So it is very helpful and shaped my life as a student. But it has some drawbacks. Overuse of it, we tend to rely on AI and we are not using our own brains. So, mapapayo ko sa mga sa mga gagamit ng mga digital natives natin is to balance out paano natin gagamitin ang AI. Gamitin rin natin sometimes ang utak para hindi tayo lulunod. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good day. I have here teacher Aba, one of the example of digital immigrant. So ma'am, I have here a question. You did not grow up with technology the way the young ones did. What challenges have you faced and how do you cope with today's digital trends?
Okay, as an adult who is not growing up with advanced technology, the best thing to do is that you have to rely to other people for knowledge and skills. Teamwork is a very important thing to do so that you will be able to cope up with the new technologies. And aside from that, you also have to be more patient, because as they say, practice makes perfect. Then there are online tutorials, join workshop for me to learn more about the technology today.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Our investigation shows how both groups cope with digital trends. In education, e-learning platforms and online resources are key. And for news, social media and online portals are the main sources.
When using technology is more than just clicking, scrolling, so digital literacy requires 9 key principles that guide us to be smart and responsible online. We have critical thinking. It is always check if information is true. Second one is digital identity, to protect your online self. And the third one is privacy and security, to keep your data safe. And the fourth one is right and responsibility, to respect others online. And also, we have communication, to use technology to communicate clearly. The sixth is collaboration, to work together through digital platforms. The next one is creativity, to use tools to create and innovate. And the next one is information literacy, to know how to search and evaluate data. The last one is functional skills, to learn the basics of using gadgets and apps.